Well, good morning, and welcome to the Daniel Sauls Show, where you will witness sports talk and debate from yours truly, Daniel Sauls. Well, I have nothing else left to say. Let's get started! In today's topic, we'll be talking about this question. Is this Dak Prescott's last chance to keep his spot in Dallas? Well, the quick answer is yes. I mean, this season really is the last chance he's got to prove himself as a Dallas Cowboy. And to prove this, we got to talk about the things that he's done since he's been the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, which he started being the starting quarterback in 2016. His playoff record since then is 2-4. That is not good. Starting off since 2016, now we're in 2023, and his playoff record is 2-4. That's a losing record, and that's not really great. So we also got to look at this. The last two seasons the Cowboys have played in, they've been 12-5. That's a winning record. They've been one of the best teams in the league. Yet they still couldn't make it to an NFC Championship game. Not one NFC Championship game? That's terrible. There's no excuse for that. Not one. So in reality, I feel like the Cowboys should have got there at least. I mean, win or lose in that game, that's a success for your season. So at this point, I feel like Dak Prescott should be getting there, and he isn't. Another thing is that the Cowboys and Dak Prescott agreed to a 4-year, $160 million deal in 2021 just for him to lead the league in picks last season with 15 picks? Are you kidding? That's absolutely absurd. That's uncalled for. That is not acceptable. There's no way you can get around 15 picks. I can't get around that. Another thing is over the course of his career, he's got a total of 65 regular season INTs in 97 starts. That's terrible. Another thing is Dak Prescott had 14 interceptions thrown in 2020 and 2021 combined. But you also have to realize that he did not play in 2020 because he did break his ankle. So that is a big factor. But 14 picks in one season is not that good, or at least 12 or 11. That's not really good. So we have to look at that as well. Another thing we got to look at is Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones. That's a very big deal. Jerry Jones did not tell Dak Prescott that he traded for Trey Lance. He didn't tell him that. And that's something you got to understand, because Trey Lance, if you did not know who Trey Lance is, Trey Lance was a third pick overall. Jerry Jones not telling Dak Prescott that there was, a trade for Trey Lance, and he didn't tell Mike McCarthy, that's a big sign. Like, you normally should tell your quarterback, or at least your head coach, that you're going to be trading to get this player. If you don't know who Trey Lance is, Trey Lance was the third overall pick in the draft a few years ago, and he's a quarterback, and he got drafted to the San Francisco 49ers. And he didn't start. He didn't really get much playing time. Jimmy G was there, and then he got hurt, and then they trusted Brock Purdy. So, Purdy got some playing time, and then they got somewhere into the playoffs, and, the rest is history. But Trey Lance wasn't going to be fit. He wasn't a good fit there at San Francisco, so he wanted to get out. Jerry Jones picked him up. Boom. Didn't tell Dak Prescott. That might be a threat to Dak Prescott. In reality, that's a very big threat. So we got to look at all those things. Dak Prescott is just good enough to do what he's done, which is have a 2-4 record in the playoffs and get his team to have a 12-5 season twice in the past 2 years. That's really it. He's not better than that. He's not a top 10 quarterback. He's top 15. He needs to win an NFC Championship game. If he gets to an NFC Championship game at least, that will be a lot better than what they've done in the past. That's my take on Dak Prescott, and if this is his last chance, I'm Daniel Sauls, the host of the Daniel Sauls Show, and I'll be back very soon for y'all guys once again.